Hey everyone, this is Seth Bariza,
And I'm Joey Markham.
and you're listening to the Northland Pulse. This week on campus, we held our student body presidential elections and are currently waiting with great anticipation for the results.
Today in the studio, we have with us Sarah Stapp, who's a senior speech ed major. Next weekend, she's going to be directing her senior recital, Shakespeare's Much Ado About Nothing.
So Sarah, how did you decide upon the play Much Ado About Nothing?
Well, I've always loved Shakespeare. It's always been my dream to put on a Shakespeare play and be the director, and it just kind of made sense over a couple of weeks that was the play to choose. Benedict and Beatrice are two of my favorite characters of all time. They're just hilarious to watch on stage. So after I made a few connections, it was a perfect choice.
So this play is in fulfillment of your senior recital requirements. Is that how this works? You're directing it like that?
Absolutely. For the speech ed program, you have to either put on a play as a director or perform one yourself, and I definitely chose the director.
Yeah.
Sweet. So that means you're in charge of pretty much everything, design of the props and the stage and all that, right?
Pretty much. I was in charge, but I had so much help from Mr. Bracken for cast members who just volunteered their time that it seemed more of a group project than it was just me.
Fantastic. So, yeah, you had all the stage crew guys working on that. And
Stage
everything.
crew, absolutely, and even some of the cast members stepped up to make the masks and
Oh, wow.
everything else like that too.
That's great. So how many people are in the cast and everything?
There are 20 cast members. There are 14 guys and 6 girls, and then I have Hillary, who's my assistant director, and so when we're all together, there's 22 of us, and they're making a lot of noise.
So without giving us too many spoilers, what's the main gist of the story?
Well, it's a Shakespeare comedy, which means that there's a wedding scene. Besides that, you basically follow the two storylines of two couples who fall in and out of love with each other.
Now, I understand there's also live music being performed during the actual play.
Absolutely. Seth Peterson did an amazing job. He actually wrote all the music for this play for me.
Wow.
And then David Williams and Seth got together the best instrumentalists and musicians on campus, and I'm super psyched to see what they're going to do.
That's fantastic. So it really is a huge project that you're really spearheading.
It turned out to be.
Yeah. That's neat how all sorts of different people have come together to help you, whether it's your cast members or stage crew or just even the people running lights and sound for you.
There were so many departments and people that dropped everything to help me out, from marketing to technology to fine arts. Everyone was incredibly helpful, encouraging, and ready to drop everything to help me out.
Were there any scenes from this play that really spoke to you?
Well, the first time Benedict and Beatrice confessed their love to each other in practice, we hadn't even perfected the scene yet, I started crying. And at that point, I knew I had chosen the right play. If it had moved me that emotionally right at first, it's only gotten better since then.
That's great.
So there are some emotional scenes in this play, but throughout the different rehearsals, have there been any other favorite memories or moments?
Absolutely. There was this one time when we decided that all the characters were animals, and we practiced through the scene that time. And watching James Cool pull off a turtle was probably the funniest moment we've had during rehearsal. I was literally cracking up so hard I could not breathe.
All right. So our final question that we ask everyone who comes on the show is, how does this event reflect the pulse of Northland's heart? So, Sarah, how would your play do that?
I think drama is one of the ways that we can definitely see where touching life comes down to practical, everyday, just life. And I've seen my cast members be incredibly selfless and go out of their way to help me, to help each other. And that's been the best part of this production.
That's great.
Thank you for coming in, Sarah. Now, for our listeners, this play is going to be put on next week, April 20th and 21st at 7 o'clock in the Whitechapel on the campus of Northland International University. Come on out. It'll be awesome.
Well, Sarah, thanks for coming in today. It's really been a great show. We really appreciate it.
Make sure to look us up on Facebook, Twitter, or even Google+, and share us with your friends. We'd love to hear feedback. This is Seth Bariza,
And I'm Joey Markham.
and you've been listening to the Northland Pulse.